This episode has been made before the last episode, which is the 10 farms that I built. So I'm pretty sure the title is somewhere along the line, but yeah. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I had to do it this way. If you guys have seen the last episode, I was in a stage, and that stage was actually somewhere around in the EXODIA. And right now, you are looking at the past me, in the process of building the stage. However, I'm not gonna tell you when the stage is going to be, as it's going to become a sort of like a secret place that you guys can go find once you got the world download. Because again, as I said many times back in the few episodes ago, I want some secrets or some Easter egg for you guys to find in EXODIA, just make it a little bit fun for you guys. I am being really smart here so that you guys can see the coordinate, but here are this cave that I dug out for the stage itself. And yeah, we're basically going to build the stage down here, underneath here. So I already gathered some materials during the off cameras, and these are all of the blocks palettes that we are going to be using. As you can see, we also got some mangrove. I'm not going to be using the mangrove leaves, this is just something that I gathered and I didn't put it away. Or maybe we'll be using it, I don't know, we'll see about that. We also got some mob stand. Now this orc frog lights is something that you guys already seen it, that I built the farm for it. So there's that. We also got some brown mushroom blocks and some mushroom stem that we're most likely going to be using just to mix it with some terracottas, which is over here. So yeah, while I'm gonna be building this stage down, I probably will be doing a little bit of discussions on especially the episode that I made. But yeah, we're gonna have to see about that. But for the time being, I'm just gonna start working on this stage over here, and hopefully it's gonna come out really nicely. Again, this is in the past. I do not know how it's gonna look like for me. I'm pretty sure you guys already know the answer, how it's gonna look like. So that's that. This is the behind the scene. I'm pretty sure the title is gonna be like that as well. So yeah. So I just want to talk about the reason why I chose to build the stage for this episode, and including the one for the farms. And that's just mainly because I didn't want the episode for me building farms over and over again, and basically just narrate throughout the whole thing without having any kind of presentations. And I mean, as far as we know, we pretty much established to the point where everyone in the YouTube community, in the Minecraft community, especially when it comes to the content creator, you guys have pretty much seen a lot of the farms that are being built. So I didn't want to kind of do the same thing as everyone does, so I figured I should do something different. And that's when I came up with the idea of, well, since you guys have already known about that 1,000 farms that you can literally search on YouTube, why don't I do something different? And so I came up with the idea of just putting up an act and just basically create a stage where I can basically act as like a I'm not sure what it's actually called, but all I can say is I'm basically trying to narrate as an act just to make the video more fun to watch, as it's much better than just narrate everything, as I mentioned a moment ago. So yeah, you can see that over here that I built the stage, and my initial thought with the design, like I have a vision in my head what it's gonna look like and how it's gonna look like. So I already got all the color palette layout and all the materials scattered over here, and it initially is going to be much bigger than this, but then I decided to change a little bit, mainly because first of all I'm going to save some time, and I do also need to upload videos and not take way too long compared to the one that I did for the collab. So I'm trying to be as efficient as possible, which is why I kept it as minimalistic as possible, which is also why you guys may also notice that I don't put as much detail on this build as possible. It may be an excuses, but it's also another reason why like I'm basically trying to create a story in a way. So I'm trying to interpret a way that like there are audiences coming into the stage. There's audiences coming into the show, and you probably, especially when it comes to the rich people, you want to present them with a really nice, clean look, which is why I didn't say any like complex details on the walls and kind of like distract the eyes when you're supposed to be looking the stage. That's why I didn't put that much breakpoints or breaking to the textures like how you would see me normally do in EXODIA. So you know what, let's just go back to the game itself. I'm gonna explain more on the details. Now I will point out a few things about this time-lapse, as I didn't show exactly everything when it comes to finishing the stages over here. One of the things that I done here is by adding down the trims. You can see behind here there's like a warp stem, and if I use the shader, you're able to notice a huge difference with the shadings. You can see like there's like the highlights going on the side, and basically creates a really nice visual, and it's kind of animating as well, but it's also not too imposing. It's very simple and just very subtle details, but it just looks really good. And yeah, I also added the signs. I think I did include it in the time-lapse, but yeah, it's basically acts just like a railing. And finally, you may also notice that I added the sort of like a graffiti on the wall, because I feel like it's kind of flat over here. These one are fine because it's kind of branches off in between the pillars, but this one, because we got a really big flat image over here, I figured I should just put something on the walls over here. And I figured I just add a little bit of a cat head. This is supposed to be representing a cat, and I use some goals and some wall because that's the one that I have on my sugar boxes, so I use it. And it doesn't really represent anything apart from just trying to be basically given the impression of like you're in a rich like highlighted place. So that's why I did that. Let me just turn off the shader because we don't need it anymore. One thing that does annoy me right now though is you know, yeah, I did try to kill the bats, and I can't really stop the bat from spawning now, can I? But yeah, granted, I haven't really done much detailing on the sides of the. This is supposed to be the rich people best spot viewings, but yeah, there's not much of a detail add over here. I think what I'll be doing though is I'm not gonna do too much, but I think I'll be adding some decorated pot with some bushes and maybe some carpet along the line here. These are the glow lighting basically just to prevent any mob from spawning. I'm not sure how I'm not gonna do the lighting this well, or whether this is going to stay or not, but we'll see about that. But yeah, again, I haven't do much of a detail on the hallways and the side, but this isn't something that you're gonna be seeing during the farms episode anyway. By the way, I'm speaking everything in future time, so it's gonna be very confusing for me, but I think it's gonna make sense for you guys. Oh, and also I kinda split off the middle section over here, and I added the middle door. If I look at this at the stage right now, before that, without the middle section trimmed down, it will just look like a really long seatings, and there's no breakpoint. It's kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable, and I think it's normal for most of the stadium or stage, whatever you call, they would have like a middle section where it's cut off, so it basically have a good funnel for the people to go down at the middle, the one on the left and the one on the right. And I think it makes sense to have it like that. And there are a glow icon or the floodlight at the middle, kind of representing like a spotlight. It's kind of the best way that I can interpret this. I might change this. You might see it differently from the final versions when it come when you look at the farming episode. So we will see about that. I haven't decided that one yet. One thing that we will be doing right now is right now this is still too bright, at least when you're sitting on the seating areas, because this over here are supposed to be turned off when the stage is active. So what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be installing a redstone system over here that basically when the show starts, all of the lights here will basically shut off. And to do that, I think what I'll be doing is there's going to be a piston behind this stone layer over here, and they will push the block forward so that it cover up the floodlight over here. But of course, if we do that, and because it's a full block, this will then turn into a light level 0, which then means the mob can spawn over here. So we don't want that to happen. So I think what I'll be doing is just basically replace this layer over here with stairs or any unspawnable blocks. Maybe I even use the I was gonna think about using tinder glass, but then you can see the piston. You know what, I'm just gonna use stairs instead. So yeah, I'm gonna be basically setting that up so that we can give it a shot and just see whether it's gonna be working or how good it's gonna look. Yeah. I just realized in the last kit I have the coordinate on so that you guys can probably expose to the location if you manage to notice the coordinate. So you know what I'm gonna do? In the edit, you're probably gonna maybe to notice that there's like a black lines over it. That's my coordinate, and I'm hiding it so that you guys can't find it. Hey, good luck. Good try. Nice try, guys. You're not going to find this location. Ever. Never. Maybe you do. I don't know. Also, I changed my mind. I'm gonna be using the tinder glass because I realized that if I use stairs, some of the corner, if there's going to be a stairs over here, the corner here will probably be exposed, and I don't think I'm gonna be liking that. So we're just going to be using the tinder glass. And besides, you can't really see the piston that well, so I think it should be fine. So we're gonna be using the tinder glass instead, and we could basically do the whole thing. The question now is, I think I'm probably going to funnel the lines from the backstage over here. I'll see about that. All the redstone have been set up. You can see all the tinder glass is over there on the left side and the right side. I have temporarily hooked up the lever over here. It will be changing in position after I've done some testing, but let's just see whether this actually works or not. So let's pull the lever right now. Okay, you know what? That is actually really cool. You might notice that it kind of like goes in from the back, and then at the middle, and then at the front. It's kind of like in a delay positions, and that's intentional because, you know, I just want to make it like really grand and interesting. That's why I put like each of the segment delayed by about 4 repeated ticks, and there's two of them on each side. So yeah, I think it looks very good. Let's do it again. Up, boom. That is amazing. I did notice. Oh, okay. I think I forgot to put the tinder glass over here. There you go. Much better. So basically, when the show started, by right there shouldn't be any more lights, but it does seem like some of the lights still leaking out. Oh, that's because I didn't put. Oh, that's because I missed one. There you go. I fixed it. Now it looks so much more better without any of the lights going around, except there is some lights at the back, but that's fine because it's not too obvious. It's just a small dim light. I think that's fine. So yeah, when the show starts, every seating over here will be dimmed, and the only light that is casting down is the stage itself, and that is the tensions. And yeah, because we're using glow icon on the side, it also doesn't make it too obvious. It does show a little bit of light, but it's not as obvious as what you're looking at the middle, which is the intentions. And yeah, I think it looks really amazing. Let's look at it with shader one more time, and let's see. Yeah, with the shaders you can still see like the tracing with the lights on the side, but I think it looks good. I didn't like it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, but yeah, I think this is a really impressive build and I like it a lot. Yeah, by this point you already know the drill, that this is basically what I'm gonna be doing. Just setting up the camera and then just facing you guys and do all the talking, and basically this is what I'll be doing for the farming episode that I've done for you guys. So yeah, now that we've done the stage job, there's still a few more stuff that I want to do before we actually end this episode. I just want to quickly remind you guys all that we still got a bit of other farms that we haven't been building in EXODIA, but we technically got what we needed to be able to build the mega base that we'll be starting with from the next episode. But yeah, during that, in off camera, I have already do some organizations on my temporary storage room over here, which is aka kind of my permanent spot because I don't live in that house anymore. Yeah, I did a little bit of clean up before the next episode, which we're probably going to be building the new storage room, in fact, and it's supposed to be raining. Of course it's raining, every single episode it's raining. Raining. But yeah, I basically pack it all down into the sugar box here, so it's much more easy for me to basically move all of this storage, all of these resources into our forever new mega bases, aka our home. However, yes, there is still some other blocks here that I just couldn't put into the sugar box, mainly because I just don't know how to organize them, but that shouldn't be a problem because they are not really a massive resources in the mass. But yeah, there's actually one more thing that I want to talk about before we end this episode. You may have noticed that I have kind of changed. If we take off the armor right now, you can see that my eyes are suddenly blinking and got some textures, and this is the one that I'm basically using during the cinematic intro. And yeah, so I done a little bit of off camera setting it up, basically trying to figure out how to set it. It took me a good few minutes, but I managed to get it over it and managed to make it work. But yeah, I don't know guys, what do you guys think? I personally think this kinda give off a fresh look for the Minecraft, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm not sure whether this is going to be staying or not, or I'm probably just gonna be using this during like a big like cinematic event like how I did on the cinematic intro. So let me know down in the comment section below whether you guys want me to stick with this for the rest of the series, or maybe I'll just use it from time to time. You can let me know. But yeah, again, this is not permanent. It is totally up to you guys to decide on this, because you know me staring at you guys with weird looking expressions, yeah, that's probably gonna freak a lot of people out. I suppose all I will say now is just look forward to the next episode of EXODIA, as we are finally reaching to the point where we can build the mega bases. But yeah, this is intentionally going to be a short episode for you guys, as this is just the behind the scene for the stage. Again, you guys can find where the stage is going to be somewhere around this world over here, as when you finally manage to get your hand on this world, download for yourself. But yeah, having that said, thank you so much for you guys watching this episode. And again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that and leave a comment or give it any feedback and like however you like. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for you guys watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya!